just want to let everyone know, if you're taking public transit, that Max Blue and Red Lines are now disrupted on the west side because of weather-related issues.
Yes.
And Bruce, remind everyone, we are in an ice storm warning issued, what, about 10 minutes ago by the National Weather Service?
It was issued at 5:59, so just issued a few minutes ago, and I bet you Max delays are related to that. They can handle snow, but the lines ice up, we're in trouble. This is the area, Jeff, right here, the metro area. I mean, this is Clark County, Battleground, Portland, Gresham, you know, out to Hillsborough, down through Wilsonville, and really the entire I-5 corridor, all the way down through Salem and Eugene, under an ice storm warning until 10 o'clock tonight. You just heard Carla's story about the problems they had in Salem earlier in the day. We've got about 5,000 people in the Southern Valley without power now. Just scattered outages in the metro area. They're pretty small, but as the icing continues, the weight on the tree branches increases and they can crack and break and fall on power lines. This is our Coin Tower camera, and I haven't seen a shot like this in years. It has been years. We're looking at the lights of downtown Portland. You can't see it because the camera is coated in ice. And you might see a little drop or a drip occasionally on this shot. And the reason you do, we're talking about freezing rain. That is a liquid that falls from the sky. You think, oh, it's just raining. Problem is, with temperatures below freezing, it hits a cold surface and turns to a sheet of ice. 31 degrees the current temperature in Portland, east wind at 16 miles an hour. Moisture streaming in from the south, and the sleet and freezing rain spreading north as time goes on. Now, what's interesting is there is a bit of a break, a back edge to the south of the metro area where the moisture lightens up, but I think all we do is switch to freezing drizzle at that point, and there's more moisture reinventing itself, kind of reinforcing itself as we go through the night that's coming in from the southwest. So we might have some lulls in the action, but we're not done yet, and that's why that warning goes through 10 o'clock. Look at this ice forecast, picking up on all this ice that we're having right across the metro area. This is what we wake up to in the morning, the places that are expected to have ice. So from slick to treacherous, that's what we're tracking for tonight. And basically, lots of our neighborhoods are getting coated in ice right now. The odds of power outages goes up as the ice continues. And one of the problems for us, east wind many places across the metro keeps the temperatures down and keeps us on freezing. So in our 24-hour forecast, as we look ahead to tonight, there's nothing to really warm us up significantly around the metro area. Tomorrow, the east wind decreases, though, and that's great news. The moisture is also decreasing, so we could have some wintry mix type stuff at times. But overall, I think Portland even gets above freezing, so that's exciting. Right now, though, temperatures going nowhere fast, in the upper 20s, and that's cold enough to ice up the roads. 30 in Salem. So you're trying to warm up. Look at the 50 in Newport. The warm air is right here. And problem is, cold air is denser, it's heavier. It takes a lot to get rid of it right at the surface, especially when you still got an east wind because of the really cold temperatures in the gorge. So the moisture decreases as the night goes on. As we get into tomorrow morning, there's actually not a ton of moisture to work with, so that's good. Warming up along the coast, warming up in the South Valley. Salem, you should go above freezing tomorrow sometime during the morning. Areas of snow and sleet and freezing rain in the valleys in central and eastern Oregon. A treacherous drive through the gorge tomorrow. Gusty winds continuing. And then up on Mount Hood, we're talking about snow. Another 3 to 5 inches of snow possible up there. So here's the 7-day forecast. 35 for a high tomorrow in Portland. If you're in Gresham or Troutdale, you may not make it because of some east wind. So we'll see who warms up and who doesn't, but a lot of us will. By Monday morning, the majority of us are above freezing, but right near the gorge and in the gorge, we will still be dealing with likely icy conditions. And look at next week. I mean, we're going to be getting wet. But the big concern right now, Jeff, is, you know, the ice storm warning. That I haven't seen an ice storm warning in years. I can't even remember the last time it happened.
And that's why I'm reminding people, maybe you moved here in the last few years. You did not want to travel when we get ice.
Right.
You can make your way through the snow, but when we have this, don't go out there. And another reminder that, you know, these are the evenings where you prepare for a power outage. Make sure your tablets and your phones are charged up because you never know.